Check 1 2 3. Check 1 2 3. Check 1 2 3. Check 1 2 3. Alrighty, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and all those in between. Welcome back to Spartan923 Gaming. I'm your host, Spartan923, aka Firehawk5250, aka Lucas, and we are back on the build table. Finally, we had to take a little break last weekend because I had a lot of other stuff I had to do, and I didn't want to take time away from my family at that time. So, curse of the streamer is you have to make tough choices, and in all honesty, it wasn't that tough of a choice. I will always take time for my family over this. And I love your guys' understanding and patience and all that. Yeah. So we're back on the Pteras bomber, which I am super excited to be continuing this build, because I think we're working on legs, we're working on wings. Yeah, it's, we're getting close to an end here. I will say, there is one tiny thing that I will probably be doing off screen that you guys won't see, which is I will probably be taking the missiles that they have for these missiles here, and repainting them, off stream, because I'm gonna have to do spray paint, and I can't spray paint on stream. Number one, it's hazardous as heck in my house, and number two, I do not have the talent nor the ventilation to do it. So, and I was going to do it yesterday, but it rained. So I have the paint I was going to use. I was just going to use some matte white paint, and then I was going to do the detailing, but unfortunately, it did not work out that way because we had a tornado come through last night, or at least tornadic weather, and I decided, you know what, we'll just assemble it, you guys get to see it, and then I'll do the painting later, and then you guys will get to see the finished product down the road when I get to it. So, other than that, let's see, schedule-wise, boy, do we have schedule. Now, I missed the break. Crap. Oh well, so let's just get this intro done. This week is convention week. Tuesday, I will be in Jurassic World Evolution 3, continuing and possibly wrapping up our sandbox run. Thursday, we will be back in GTA, continuing our push to 100 episodes. So, we really appreciate you guys hanging there with us. Ugh. Excuse me. It was a busy day. My wife was cleaning the house, and I was taking care of the lawn and watching the kid. So, yeah, I did groceries today. It was a thing, but we got it all taken care of. So, my brain is stopping. Thursday, we will be back in GTA 5, continuing on a few things, and, of course, grinding for the monies. And then Saturday, after I get home from the convention, we'll be probably starting our Geysack here. So, unless I find something more interesting. I am going to Anime World tomorrow, and I do plan on scoping out things at the con to see if there's a model kit that I can't really find at my local Anime Girl shop. So, definitely going to have my eyes open for that. We're at 160 followers. That's awesome. I mean, How that's better than that? Well, you know what would be better than that? 170 followers. 170 followers would be great. Let's try to hit that by the end of the year. Let's see if we can do that. That'd be a nice goal. Let's do that. Let's try to hit 270. Um, sorry. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and ring the bell over at our YouTube, Smart93 at YouTube. And if you'd be so kind to you'd be so kind if you want to help out the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because subscribing not only gets rid of those pesky ads that you just had to sit through to get to this part of the intro, but it also helps us out with server fees, maintenance fees, groceries, model kits, and diapers for little baby Bray. So we really appreciate that. And other than that, I don't have much else to do. So I'm going to get this camera chip turned over. We're going to get it onto the build cam set, and I'll get this angled, and we'll get right back to the build. And I might even do a reading from the second part of my story. Not an exciting part, just a part, but we'll see. It's not fully edited, so I'm not sure how good it'll be. Good, I can still work with everything here. Alright, turn that off. Alrighty, the Pteras. Let that dry.
All right, just gotta let that ink dry. not bad. Okay.
Okay, so
All right.
all right. So I have been getting this question: why in the world did I decide to actually build a terrace? Well, I'll tell you. The thing was, is that the first thing is that originally we were gonna have a Redler or a Redra, um, but I was at my anime roll and they had a Terrace bomber, and I'd never seen a Terrace bomber before. When I had my first Zoid collection, which is no longer amongst us, um, I got all of the Blitz Team Zoids. I had all of them, and I mean all of them. I had a D Bison. I had a gun sniper. I didn't have Lena's gun sniper, but I had a gun sniper. I had a blue command wolf. I had a Shadow Fox. I had Liger Zero. I did not have all the CASs. I tried so hard to get all the CASs, but no matter who I tried to order them from, they could never find them. And I tried so hard. And I had a Pteras and a Rhinos. So I had everything. I didn't. Now I had some small Zoid toys, but I didn't have like the helicarrier, or well, not the helicarrier, the hover carrier, or any of those small ones. I had like action figure ones, but I had a Jaeger. Actually, I had a Liger Zero and I had a Jaeger, and that was pretty awesome. Yeah, I really did enjoy. I liked having a Pteras. It was a little wind up on it. It'd walk and it'd flap and all that stuff. It was really neat, and when I started seeing them used differently in Chaotic Century, because my first Zoids anime was New Century, it was really neat to see a no knock to Jamie, a competent usage of the Zoid. Yeah, so I competent usage of the Zoid. So I was, but yeah, and then I mean, if I will say, my partner, she did tell me, why don't you go for like a flying Zoid or something like that? You haven't built any flying Zoids. And I'm like, okay. So when I was sitting there, I was looking at a Redler, I think it was like LX or LB or something like that, and it was a specialty one. It was it had like how there's a Blade Liger and a Blade Liger AB, and then there's a Gojless and Gojless the Ogre. This was a like Redler something else. It had two big cannons on it. I was like, okay, that's cool. Let's get that one. And then I saw the Pteras bomber, and I was like, a bomber. Like, yes, we're getting this one. And I put down the Redler, and I just said I found the one I want, and then I messaged my wife. I'm like, I got this one, and she's like, why does that look familiar? I'm like, that's Jamie's. It's like, you remember Jamie, the one who? And she's like, okay. So, like, it's a flying one. I'm sorry. I'm watching clips from an old show, and they're trying to sneak into their houses by not by like I like coasting their cars into the parking. And this one guy had a huge Volvo and just smashed into the house because he couldn't get in to get the brake. Oh God. Funny stuff. Funny stuff. Hey, I think I've got visitors. Hang on, let's get the camera up. Hey, buddy. Oh, you look like you're in a better mood.
Yeah. I got my Cookie Monster jams on.
Oh. Who's the little bubs?
I'm Cookie Monster.
Yeah. You were so good at the grocery store today. And because you were so good, where are we taking you tomorrow?
To Anna Miguel.
Yeah, so you can spend your money that you got. You got some monies.
Yeah, for Easter that we're gonna spend.
Yeah, got some monies.
We'll get you a little plushie.
Yep. Daddy can go look at things he can't buy. Foot. You like doing that.
Look at my son.
Remember to give his hands and face a good wipe down before bed.
You were playing with the shade.
I heard a lot of tickling and tackling up there.
Yeah.
Like there's some small little beads or something hitting the floor.
It's the
Oh, okay.
puzzle. He was playing with that.
Booga
We
booga.
can lie
Nope,
down
don't take
for
it.
a
Don't take
little
it. Don't take it. Don't take it. Booga booga. Are you moving Dad's entire setup? There we go.
Yes, Daddy. I got powerful leggies.
But first things first, Daddy has to go mow Auntie Chelsea's lawn. He already did the groceries, so you and Mommy can have a nice breakfast. And then we're going to have a late nap because we're going at 11:30 because that's when the shop opens. So, and then we'll be there, get what we're going to get, and then we're going to go.
It's not gonna be a long visit.
Nope. Probably about maybe 20, 30 minutes because Daddy's going to ponder his life while he's there.
Daddy, shake the table.
I'll shake the bulbs. Don't punch the bulbs.
Bats.
Yeah.
We now have a clean bathroom and a clean mommy daddy.
Yeah. And your Firefox is on lovely display.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll find a place to put your lightning strikes too. And to anyone who's about to fast type a question, no, she has not named her Zoids yet. She doesn't have to. Get off her back. I'll nickname my Zoid. She does not have to. Yeah. And if anyone's going to ask about her Shadow Fox, back off. I'm going to help her with it when she's ready. So, don't ever rush a builder. All right, buddy, I'll see you on my break, okay? All right, you keep being good. Okay. Don't dribble yogurt all over the place. That's a lie. Okay. I always love those moments. Those moments always make me happy. Whenever I get to hang out with him, it's always awesome. And before anyone has, I do get to see him constantly. I do. It's just when I do my streams and stuff, it makes it a little difficult because then it's back down to one parent watching him instead of two. And we're both a team. And I don't like leaving my teammate to handle him on her own. And yeah, so. actually have my book. What you think you're able to do, too?
Okay.
Can you tell us anything about your second part? Okay, I can tell you a little bit about it. I'll tell you a little bit about it. I'm not going to tell you much. So we saw in the first part that is kind of the discovery story. It's establishing our main character. It's establishing what they're like and all that. Their motivation. Well, not fully their motivation, but it does show it's foot. Okay, so that one. So when I was writing it, I wanted to establish the type of mindset that the person that our character has, the type of uh, like what type of, like, establish how I want to try to do combat in the stories. Um, Almost kind of, it didn't really fall on that yet, but I kind of wanted to just show a more human side to military, in a sense, where a lot of people are like, oh, these people are robots who just run, just follow orders and all this other stuff. I really want to show that that's not true, that there is a humanity behind it. So I tried to detail with the pin cap on and backwards. Okay, sorry, I keep laughing at everything. But the thing is that I'm not trying to glorify anything. I'm not trying to make any type of stance or anything like that. I want to establish my characters. There's no agenda behind what I'm writing beyond just I want to write something. And I just wanted to establish a neat character. And I will say that the current story that is being told in this second part is more of I've given you a chance, now prove to me you're worth the chance. And that's an underlying tone, but also it goes to show just how this isn't just a normal person under extenuating circumstances. This is actually a person with talent that sees things differently than other people see things, which is something that it's kind of from my own life, because there have been times, but I do know that I have, there have been plenty of times in my life where I have, like, seen people do things, but my brain immediately goes, oh, that's great, but you missed all this. I'm like, it could have been done this way, and possibly easier, and dealing with the, I guess, so let me set a little bit of backstory here. I was born in 1988. Ancient by some people, not that ancient by others. I was after a generation of people who used to always say, my way is the only way, and if you try to tell me a different way, your way's wrong, and my way's always right. Even if you prove to me that your way is faster and easier and all that, I will continue to do it my way, no holds barred. And that's just what I grew to know. And so I usually keep my suggestions to myself until either getting a chance to work on it by myself or just constantly just giving a look of like, I'm not satisfied with what happened. And people go, there's something you want to do? And I would just go, well, I'd like to try this. And sure enough, I would kind of annoy that person to the point of which, like, fine, do it, show me, and I'll show you how you're wrong. And so I kind of gave that to my character. Is it's not that she's defiant, it's more that she's just different. She approaches things different. She doesn't, it's not that she, because I think I could tell you this part. There's a scene in the second part where she is observing someone doing a trial run with the new Zoid that she's going to get. And she is standing there and is almost like getting super frustrated about the person piloting and asks, how, like, what's the experience of that pilot? And like, they've been a pilot for this long and a mechanic for this long. They know the ins and outs of this Zoid. And he gives an explanation as to why this person would be there. She doesn't pay attention to that. She just goes, they could have done this, or they could have done this, but they just did it that way. Why would they just do it that way? It's so obvious that they should have done it this way. And the guy's like, guys, if you think you can do better, do it. And it's not that she was saying, like, I could have done it better. She goes, they could have done it this way. And I think I made the character assume that she was being a pain in the ass but she's actually just like, I don't understand. This is obvious to me. Why isn't it obvious to you? And she's not like smug about it. She just like, this is just what I see. And all right, we've got feet.
Hello, King Julian, I have feet.
Oh, a little bit of my voice work there. I've never done more. I can do his voice. So, yeah, it's not. This isn't gonna be the cocky upstart that's gonna show them all. This is, I know what I'm doing. I just do it differently. And she's not, so far I haven't established her as smug. She honestly seems to be a soldier. She's kind of tired. She just follows what people are telling her, but she wants to do it her way. And one thing I've learned from military people, you can't do it your way till you prove your way works. And or you need to have the right people around you to listen to you, to hear. And usually in the military it's like, prove it. Prove to me that this will work. Prove it.
Got it. Okay. Ah. There we go. Okay. Okay. My friends at Thousand Face Cosplay are on today. Maybe we'll drop by them after. Empty frame. Away with you. Where's my... Okay. Ah! We've got a leg.
We've got a leg of a King Julian. With the feet, King Julian.
go.
It's a lovely heavy leg with feet, King Julian.
If I could touch up that silver just a little bit. Okay, we're getting close to the end here of the first part. Empty frame. Okay, so let's get the ball. Nope, we're not going to be doing anything because there's still a whole nother part we got to build for that. So we'll just leave those there. Not there. So let me pause this. And we'll raise that up. Okay, so guys, we have made some interesting headway. We have a nice hefty bomber leg here, which this does also give us the options for the standard shins, shin armor that these wear. Doesn't become available to the end, well actually, but it is right here. So that's the typical legs for this unit. Of course, I will be keeping it. Why not? Because there's this lovely picture of it with its standard, but then there's also the fully decked out bomber variant and the standard variant as well. So we're going to be taking a 10-15 minute break. 10 to 15 minute break. Just gives me time to go make sure my kids getting ready for bed and put them down, all the other stuff, and having a good time. And then lets me get a few things switched around, get the videos started, downloading on the YouTube, uploading on the YouTube, and getting my table ready for round 2. As far as our schedule goes, Tuesday we will be back in Jurassic World Evolution 3, wrapping up or possibly finishing our sandbox park, which I want to get. Hopefully, I want to get us a few more assets in, and then I want to complete the tour ride, and I do want to finish the ring that we built for fighting. But yeah, just to let you guys know, I am still fighting the assets at the moment. The ones that we have like too many of, that keeps killing us and doesn't let us get any more eggs. So I'm working on that. I may have to kill off some dinosaurs. And we're going to see how far the Bubs line goes. But anyway, because we have Babina, Bubette, and Bubs the Third is still alive. Big Bubs the Third. I apologize. Big Bubs the Third. Anyway. I have a zit coming in right there, and it's killing me. I'm going to put my pads on it. Anyway. Oh, God, I can see it from here. That bugs me. Sorry. Thursday next week, we'll be in GTA 5, where we will be continuing on to our race to 100 episodes. We are currently at 84, I believe. So, yeah. And then this weekend, I will be at a convention, but I will also be able to do Saturday as well. So, brain just stopped. So, we will be back on the build table, possibly with the Guyzak. Or whatever we did. So, we'll see. Might finish this one up and start the Guyzak then. Doing my weird face now. Yeah. We're at 160. We're 160 followers. That's 10 away from our new goal of 170. So feel free to hit that follow button, help get us suggested, and mention to people who would like our content. We greatly appreciate that. Definitely helps us out, helps us get mentioned and noticed. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, ring the bell over at our YouTube, Spark93 at YouTube, which has all of our videos since day one, especially these build videos since the Gojulus through the Death Stinger and on you really want to help out the channel, and I mean, like, really help out the channel, we'd appreciate if you hit that subscribe button, because subscribing not only gets rid of those pesky ads that you guys have to sit through, but also helps us out with server fees, maintenance fees, groceries, model kits, and diapers for little baby Bray. So we really appreciate that. And if you're going to be sticking around, we'll see you about 10-15 minutes. If not, remember to get out there, discover, explore, create, innovate. We will see you here next time on Spartan 93 Gaming. I love you guys. Take it easy.
Hopefully I'll tap up a little bit. Might have to change the launch title. Flap Flaps. The whole title could be something different. This is weird. I might change the title.